Good morning, class. Today we are going to start with our new chapter number 13, magnetic effect of electric current. So in this chapter we will be studying about how electric current establish and form magnetic effect. That means when when in a circuit electric current is flowing, it produces some kind of magnetism. So let's study. So we are doing an activity to understand how electric current produces some kind of magnetic effect. We have taken a copper wire XY and connected it to a circuit in which we are having a key, resistor and a battery. As soon as we plug it on and places a compass over here, we found that as the current start flowing in the direction of the wire, there is a deflection in the current magnetic compass. This deflection shows us that when an electric current passes through a wire, it produces some kind of magnetic effect. This deflection is just because of the magnetic effect produced by the current. Similar thing is written over here. A magnetic needle gets deflected in the presence of magnet due to the influence of magnetic field in the bar magnet, but here the deflection of magnetic needle is kept under the current carrying wire, so the magnetic field is produced by the wire. Thus electricity and magnetism both are linked. This was first discovered by Hans Oersted. He was a physicist. He found that the electricity and the magnetism has some kind of connection. If we talk about magnets, so there are some properties. It has two poles. One pole is north pole and the other pole is south pole. You can see there's a magnet. The blue part is north pole, the red part is south pole. And these poles attract opposites and repel same. Here you can see this. Both the same poles, red poles, are repelling to each other, while here you can see two opposite poles are attracting to each other. Another thing is this: monopoles does not exist. Like if this is a iron bar and if I cut it from middle, then the cut part, this will act as the other pole next to this pole. It won't be like that if this is the north pole and this is the south pole, and if I cut it from the middle, then this pole will itself act as north and this will be becoming south pole. Now the magnetic field lines. You all have played with magnets in childhood and you all have seen that magnets attract the objects made up of iron and iron alloys, and the alloys alloys of iron like nickel, cobalt and iron, the mixture made up of these metals can also attract magnet. So we have an activity over here. We took a bar magnet and spread some iron fillings and we rotate the magnet over it, and we saw there are some lines. These lines, the iron filling spread itself as a line. These lines is just due to the magnetic field and known as magnetic field line. We can also perform this activity when the school will be reopened. So here you can see this. This is the North Pole, this is the South Pole, and these are the magnetic field lines. Magnetic field lines are curved lines. The direction of the field is taken to be the direction in which the north pole of the compass needle moves inside it. And now about the compass needle. A compass needle is a small bar magnet which points towards the pole. It has two poles, now North Pole and South Pole, and it defines in which direction the magnetic effect is much higher. A freely pivoted magnetic needle always points approximately towards north-south direction. This is also known as directional property. And another thing is this: the end pointing towards north is called north seeking end, and the end pointing towards south is known as south seeking end. Now some characteristics of magnetic field. Strength of the magnetic field is quantity that can be expressed both in magnitude and direction. That means it is a vector quantity. The relative strength of the magnetic field is shown by the degree of closeness of the magnetic field lines. If the magnetic field line we have seen over here, these are much closer to each other, that means so the in the other object magnetic field is much higher. The strength of the magnetic field is given point depends upon its distance from the pole of a bar magnet. That means the magnetic field lines also defines the distance between the poles of the bar magnet. That means the distance between North Pole and South Pole. If the distance between North Pole and South Pole is higher, then the field lines will be having much more difference in between them. Some other characteristics of magnetic field lines are: a magnetic field line can be defined as the path along which a free north pole will move in a magnetic field. Magnetic field lines are closed curve. We have already discussed about it. Magnetic field lines appears to start from north pole and ends to the south pole within the magnet. You can see here, this is a bar magnet, this is North Pole, this is South Pole, and magnetic field lines are appearing from this part and then inside, and these circles keeps on going on. Magnetic field lines repel each other. No two magnets can cut each other. I have already told you that monopoles doesn't exist. This we have discussed in the beginning. Like if the current start flowing, then the compass will show some deflection. This is just because of the magnetism produced by a current carrying conductor. Now we are having our first rule. This is known as right thumb rule. This defines the direction of the current. Like if I consider this pencil as a wire, and it is in this wire current is flowing, and I'll hold this pencil like this, and it is a wire. Assumption is this is a wire, and then the point direction, the thumb defines the current direction in which the current is flowing, and these fingers defines the magnetic field. That means the magnetic fields are coming to this direction and the current is flowing in this direction. Hope this is clear to all of you. We'll be studying this chapter ahead in our next class. This is similar. This is a wire, and the thumb is directing towards the current flow, and this is the direction of the magnetic field. So this is all about today. Thank you.